Welcome back to The Run. Thank you for tuning in, whether you're listening to the podcast version on iPodcast or Spotify, or if you're here listening with me live on 89.1 FM, WIDR Kalamazoo. All right, I told you I was going to be a brief little bit of ads, but now that's finished, so we can move into our next topic, finally. All right, so the topic is about football. It's about the Cleveland Browns, man. I remember in the offseason, I heard it a lot. I was actually guilty of saying it. I was one of those people who claimed these things. But once I heard Odell Beckham went to the Cleveland Browns, ooh, that's a nice receiver right there. He's quick. He can catch. He can run. He can do it all. He can probably throw. Once I heard Odell Beckham went to the Cleveland Browns, I was excited. Then I heard Jarvis Landry is going to the Cleveland Browns as well. I'm like, okay, now this duo is nice. I'm loving it. I'm like, Cleveland Browns is going to be hot. Baker Mayfield is still going to be there. Nick Chubb is there. I'm like, okay, I love it. These guys is looking real elite right now. I mean, you know what? I'm not going to lie. I'm going to be completely honest. I got excited. I got very, very excited, and I overshot it for sure. I'm like, you know what? Cleveland Browns, man, they can probably get to the Super Bowl. But that's what we all say. That's what we are as football fans. And when we watch football, that's what we do. That's what we say. We get excited, and sometimes we say stuff off of impulse. I mean, it happens. When your team scores a touchdown or they come back or they're up 21-0, I'm going to even use it from my own past experience. When your team is up 28-3 in a Super Bowl, you absolutely never expect a miracle to happen and to shut all of that happiness down. You don't expect that. You're excited. Your team is winning. So, of course, you're going to be excited about it because your team is winning. But with the Cleveland Browns, they haven't looked as good as we've all thought. You got to be honest. Even if you are a Cleveland Browns fan, then I got mad respect for y'all because, shoot, the Cleveland Browns has been bad for a long time. Oh, my gosh. It's no secret. So I got a lot of respect for y'all that y'all been holding on to the team. Y'all welcome people to join the bandwagon. Y'all opened the door. Oh, y'all slowed the train down and all of that just for people to specifically jump on the bandwagon because y'all believe that y'all are going to win. And I honestly believe that you guys are going to win as well because the Cleveland Browns, personnel-wise, they are not bad. They look great on paper. But what I'm watching in the games, I'm not watching all this sweet stuff in the games. Yeah, Odell Beckham, he had some nice plays. I loved it. He had some great plays last week against the New York Jets. Some great plays. The sideline catch was amazing. He had a few big runs that was amazing. It looked fast, and he's exciting. He's one of the most he is the most exciting player to watch in football, especially when the team is cooperating and it's a great game. He's definitely an exciting player to watch in the game of football. So it's no way about it, and it's a great game. He had a great game. But what I'm not seeing from the Cleveland Browns is consistency. I know it's only week 2, and a lot of people forget that. So I'm definitely speaking from a perspective where I'm keeping this in mind, that it's only week 2 for the Cleveland Browns. Teams are supposed to start off rough and get better. That's how you want to do, because you never want to start off great, win the first 4 games of the season, and then that's all the wins you got. That's not where you want to go with that. So I would much rather start off rough, look bad, and then by week 14 or week whatever, or later on in the season, I would love to look good. And that's the thing with the Cleveland Browns. So I still have faith in them. I still believe that they can possibly get to a level and get to I want to say an agreement for now. I can't think of the exact word I'm looking for right now, but get to a team agreement where everybody is on the same page and they can pull off a football game and then not look like they made so many mistakes in the middle of a game. Because honestly, that's what it's come down to with the Cleveland Browns. They make a lot of mistakes in the games. And I mean, yeah, they can win the game like they did with the Jets. They ended up winning the game, but yet they did make a lot of mistakes. With the Titans in week 1, they lost, but they didn't look good. And part of that reasoning is where what I noticed is quarterback play. I'm not going to put it all on defense, although every team needs work in different areas, whether it's O-line, defensive backs, whether it's defensive line or whatever. Everybody needs work. But what I noticed was Baker Mayfield's play. Even in the win on week 2, I want to move on to week 2 because I didn't really focus too much on week 1. But on week 2, what I noticed was Baker Mayfield, he was just slinging it. He was slinging it all over the place. And when I say that, I'm not saying it in a way where he was throwing darts and where he was on target with everything. I literally mean he was slinging it. Literally. Like you playing catch with your 7-year-old brother or something. He was just throwing it. And like it was not hitting people dead in the hands. It was not on target. And that's something that they will eventually pick up on because they're going to need Baker to play at a level where he left off last season. Because if you recall to last season, toward the end of the season, he started to pick it up. He started to pick it up, and he looked really good during the games when he was playing. Toward the end of the game, he was locked in, he was focused, he was putting the ball where it needed to be. I don't know what the deal was. Maybe he's a little excited about the having so many receiving options. Maybe he's a little overwhelmed. Like I got so many targets. I got a good running back behind me. I got Odell Beckham. I got Jarvis Landry. I got so many targets. I'm gonna just throw it over there. Like he'll catch it, whatever. Maybe that's the case. I don't know. Maybe that's the case. But if it is, I mean, somebody has to have that talk with him. Like, all right, look, we still need you to be locked in. We still need you to put the ball where it got to be. But if it's not the case, I'm sure he's very well aware of that because I like Baker Mayfield. He's a competitor. He's an ultimate competitor. And I like the tenacity that he plays with and the tenacity he has in everyday life, honestly, because when someone walks on to multiple schools and ends up starting and then ends up taking it to a bigger level and going to a bigger stage and then still kills it there, and now in the NFL, going to the worst team in the NFL and then taking them, bringing all that excitement, giving them hope, you can't help but to try and get behind them. I'm not cheering for the Browns. I'm not a huge Browns fan. I'm not a Browns fan at all, to be exact. I'm an Atlanta Falcons fan. But, I mean, I believe in it. I think the Atlanta Browns. I think the Cleveland Browns can still definitely pick it up, man. It's only week 2. So all these people, everybody that you may hear from that's talking about, the Cleveland Browns is done. They're done, man. They done. They not doing good. They terrible. They not going to ever get it together. Like, calm down. Relax. Relax a little bit. It's been 2 weeks. It's been 2 weeks. It's a lot of the football season is pretty long, bro. You got to calm down. So if you're cheering for the Cleveland Browns, if you're an Odell Beckham fan, if you're a Jarvis Landry fan, if you're a Nick Chubb fan, relax. It's okay. It's okay. And then you got to think too. You guys have got a pretty good shot at the division, at winning the division. And I know Lamar Jackson has been playing amazing. He's been playing great. But he's the only person y'all got to worry about in that division. Everybody else is done. Everybody else is done. The Steelers, they're not. I mean, Ben Roethlisberger, he's gone. It's not popping. He's not popping. The Steelers. I hate to say it like that, but the Steelers, they're fading. They're not there. Without Ben Roethlisberger, they're not there. They're not doing anything. I hate to say that. We're not really worried about the Cincinnati Bengals. No, that's not. No. They're not really a factor. They haven't really been a factor within the last few years. Only team the Cleveland Browns have to worry about is the Baltimore Ravens. And once the Baltimore Ravens, I mean, whether they're doing great or whether they're doing average, it doesn't matter because those two teams are really the only teams that like stand a chance in that division. So, I mean, you have a fighting chance at that point already. You already have a fighting chance because there's only 2 of you guys. If there's 2 dominant people in the league, most likely those two people are going to face off. So the Cleveland Browns, you have a fighting chance. It's week 2. Just give your team a chance. Give your team a chance to develop and continue to improve throughout the course of the season. Like you can't expect them to be like the New England Patriots from week 1. With the Patriots, we see them come out week 1. They're disciplined. They're dominant. They're consistent. They do. I mean, they hardly they limit their mistakes. I'll say that. I won't say they don't make mistakes, but they limit their mistakes. Starting from week 1. That's the New England Patriots. Every football team in the league is not the New England Patriots. You might be pretty good or you might be damn good, but you damn sure ain't the New England Patriots at all because they don't have a Bill Belichick and they don't have a Robert Kraft. They don't have a Tom Brady. Those 3 is a triple threat. Nobody in the league is like them. Everybody has a different approach. Everybody is taking a different route than the New England Patriots. because the Patriots has solidified their greatness over the years. They've been doing it for the last, they've been ever since. We know how, I'm not gonna go too much on the Patriots. We know how good the Patriots are. We know how great the Patriots have been. But my point of bringing up the Patriots is that from week one, they're already good. They come out disciplined, but yet they still improve. So the same team, the same team that's there on week one for the New England Patriots, that's not them come week 11. Week 11, they're a different team. They've all improved. And you got to give the Cleveland Browns a chance. You got to at least give them a chance, man. Like, they got all these new players. They got new coaches, new office. They got so many new things that's been going on with the Cleveland Browns. And I get you guys are ready to win because you've been so patient. Been so patient. But just give them a chance. The Cleveland Browns, they're going to improve. I believe that they're going to improve, and I believe that they can still give teams a great run for their money because the talent they have there is tremendous. It's just, it's amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing. And it's that simple. They have a lot of talent on paper, and all it takes is just them to gel together. And once the team is all in sync, once everybody is on sync and on the same page, and they are limiting mistakes and they're consistent, I definitely believe that they will be able to start pulling off games and then even be able to gain a larger fan base and larger support from those who don't really believe.